Let's head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hello, Dave. This is Gary from North Canton. Several months ago, Deshaun Watson was on a podcast telling the guys that he doesn't play well in the first quarter because of the scripted plays. Don't allow for him to freelance or be creative. What do your guys think about that? And what should Kevin Stefanski do in order to free up Deshaun Watson so he can be more creative in the first quarter? Thanks.
As always, appreciate all of the voicemails. Quincy, I don't know that – I think he said he wasn't a fan of it. I don't think he said he wasn't effective because of the scripted plays. You gotta do something. They got to come to an understanding. There's going to be some scripted plays, but I think if you give Deshaun Watson some freedom to adjust, that probably answers the concerns that he has.
Yeah, the whole scripted plays thing, I mean, like, it's like nobody, it feels like the further and further away we get from it, I think the less people have watched the actual clip. The question he was asked that prompted this whole thing was, hey, what's one thing you need to get more comfortable in? And he said, look, I'm not the most comfortable in scripted plays. That means it's an area he's acknowledging that he needs to get better at, right? He's not going to never run scripted plays. It is what it is. I think his issues with the offense haven't been the scripted plays. I think it's been kind of the structure and how he's asked to see things post-snap more than anything. So, yeah, I think, the scripted plays, he's going to get better at that. There's going to be times where he's going to have to stay on schedule, on script in order for the Browns to win a game. And there's going to be times where he's going to be asked to kind of break the schedule and make a play when the Browns need something to happen. I think both things are going to be important. I think he understands that as well. And with any job, we all have things that we might not be the most comfortable in, but we understand that we got to do that in order for the job to get done. And I think that's a similar place where Deshaun Watson is with the whole scripted plays thing.
Yeah, the other thing is he's really good at recognizing stuff. I mean, if you watched, one of his strengths in Texas was he kind of knew and would adjust at the line of scrimmage. And I would expect Kevin Stefanski and Ken Dorsey to play to that strength, because if you recognize a weakness in a defense, go attack it.
Yeah, go attack it. And sometimes that weakness can be, hey, they're playing far back off me. I can run. Like it was in Baltimore, right? I didn't have to throw deep. I could just run on them. They're not really covering it. Okay, cool. We want to take advantage of that. Sometimes it might be something more structural based where it's like, hey, the way that they're keying off on this route, I'm going to take advantage of, just keep throwing this out to David and Njoku because there's nothing that they're adjusting to do that. There's going to be multiple ways to attack a defense throughout the years. Throughout the year. And I think that's going to be important for him to have all of those things accessible to him. I think people feel like Deshaun, can't run scripted plays, and I think that's where it's getting out of hand, because it's like he can run scripted plays. He's just more comfortable in those game-changing type scenarios, but he understands he needs to do both to be successful.
Yeah, I think what he's saying is there are times where he recognizes some things that the defense is trying to do, and he just wants the freedom to be able to get out of it and attack. And listen, Kevin Stefanski, if he's anything, he's open to that. I mean, they're going to build this offense around him. I firmly believe that. I think they were going to do that last year, and then monsoon week 1, Nick Chubb gets hurt, plays well against the Titans, then Deshaun gets hurt, and man, it got away. It snowballed from there.
Yeah, definitely. And we're just all excited to see Deshaun Watson just get more consecutive games as a starter of the Cleveland Browns. I mean, he only had 6 is his longest streak. So hopefully we can get more of that, see what he actually can bring to the table. And when he is allowed to kind of just cook, what can he cook? So it's definitely something we're interested to see.